Good morning, dear soul. Before we pray, let's pause for a moment. Just a few seconds, not to rush, not to check off another religious obligation, but for something much deeper. To stop, to breathe, and to realize that God is here. Maybe you woke up today with your mind already racing, your chest tight, feeling like the day barely started and you're already behind on everything. Or maybe you didn't even sleep well. Anxiety kept you up, the pain in your body, the thoughts about the bills, the fear of what's ahead. Whatever your situation is, let me say this to you with all the care in my heart. You are not alone. Even if no one texted you this morning, even if your home is quiet and your problems feel like they're shouting, God is near, more than near. He's listening to you right now. Maybe you don't even know how to pray. That's okay. Before you speak to God, you can just be with Him, and His presence alone is enough. This moment right here is just between you and heaven. Let go of everything waiting for you out there. Don't worry about the dishes in the sink, the phone buzzing, or what people might think. Right now, it's just you, your tired soul, and the quiet embrace of a Father who loves you more than you can imagine. You know, there are mornings when we don't need answers. We need comfort. There are days when faith doesn't lead us to conquer, but to endure. And that's why this prayer isn't magic. It's a miracle. Because a miracle is standing when you've got no strength left. A miracle is when your heart is in pieces, and you still choose to believe. So take a breath. Slowly release that burden. God is still writing miracles with invisible hands. He's still changing the day for the one who chooses to begin the day with Him. If this message has already stirred something in you, leave a phrase of faith in the comments. It doesn't have to be long or fancy, just true. Say this: Lord, I trust in you even when I can't see the way, because that kind of trust, even with trembling hands, is what opens the way for the impossible. Stay with me to the end. Let's walk through this morning prayer together. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May He send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May He grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for joy over your salvation, and in the name of our God set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now read that again, but slower. Let each line sink into your bones. This isn't just an ancient poem. It's a prayer, a cry from someone who knew what it meant to wake up not knowing how they'd make it through the day. May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. If today already feels like too much, this is for you. If your body's tired and your soul even more, this is for you. If you've been holding back tears for too long or pretending everything's fine while something inside you is breaking, this is for you. And maybe you didn't even come here looking for God this morning. Maybe you were just scrolling hoping to feel anything that isn't stress or fear or numbness. But somehow, your heart led you here. What you just read is God's heart leaning toward yours. Not a God who's distant, but one who hears the whisper of a weary soul. Not a God who waits for you to fix everything, but one who steps in when you can't. May He send you help. That's not just a verse. That's a lifeline. Help is coming. Maybe not in the way you imagined. Maybe not when you expected, but it's on the way. Because God does not ignore pain. He doesn't overlook sleepless nights or silent prayers. He sends help from His sanctuary, His presence. And when that presence enters your ordinary morning, everything changes. Let these words stay with you today. You don't walk alone. You never did. Lord, this morning, I'm not just asking for another blessed day. I'm asking you to lift me. Lift my spirit. Lift this heaviness that's been sitting on my chest for far too long. My thoughts feel tired, like they've been running in circles all night. My heart is weighed down by things I don't even know how to name. And the truth is, I don't know what direction to go anymore. There used to be a time when life felt more certain. Plans made sense. Dreams felt close. But now it's like I'm walking through fog. I can't see the road ahead. And every decision feels risky, like one wrong step might break everything. So I'm not here with perfect words or polished faith. I'm just here asking you, God, please guide me. Not just in the big dramatic things, but in the little choices too. In the conversations I'll have today, in the tone I use when I speak to the people I love, in the thoughts I let stay in my mind and the ones I need to release. Guide me in all of it, because You know what's ahead. You see what I can't. And honestly, that brings comfort I didn't even know I needed. Sometimes I look strong on the outside, but inside, I'm lost. Sometimes I smile and carry on like everything's fine, but I'm just hoping you're still holding me together behind the scenes. And I believe you are. You don't get tired of my prayers. You're not annoyed by how often I ask for help. You're not distant or distracted. You're right here, right now, listening, caring, ready to lead me, even when I'm too weak to follow well. So I lay this day before you. Every unknown, every pressure, every deadline, every silence, every burden I'm not even sure I can carry. Show me the next step. I don't need to see the whole path. Just give me the grace to take the next right step with you. Help me not rush ahead of you or lag behind in fear. Help me stay in step with your peace. Let my decisions be rooted in your wisdom, not my anxiety. Let my reactions be shaped by your spirit, not by my frustration. Because I don't want to start this day on autopilot. I don't want to run into it carrying yesterday's fears and tomorrow's worries. I want to walk into it led by your hand. Even if everything around me feels uncertain, let your presence be my steady ground. You've never failed me before, even when I didn't understand what you were doing. Even when the door I prayed for stayed closed, you were guiding me, and I believe you're guiding me now, so here I am again, Lord, asking not just for you to bless this day, but to walk with me through it. And when I don't know the way, remind me. I don't have to, because I'm walking with the one who does. Today, I surrender. Not just the easy things, not just the things that look nice on the outside. I surrender the mess, the parts of me I don't talk about, the fears I keep tucked away, the frustration that simmers under my skin. I surrender the tight grip I have on how I think things should go, because honestly, I'm exhausted from trying to hold it all together, trying to make sense of things that don't make sense, trying to fix what's broken, to plan what's uncertain, to force peace into places that are still at war inside me. So I bring all of it to you, God, the questions, the silence, the aching parts of my heart that are tired of pretending. I place them in your hands, the only hands strong enough to hold them without dropping anything, and gentle enough to never break what's already fragile. I'm learning that surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means giving in to your love, giving in to your timing, giving in to the truth that you're God and I'm not, and that's actually a beautiful thing, because I don't need to know everything if you're the one leading me. I don't need to understand the why if you're holding the what for. I don't have to carry the weight of results or outcomes when you're the author of the story and you're still writing. There's so much I can't control. People, circumstances, timing, health, the future. But I can choose to trust you in the middle of all that. I can choose to lay it down and believe that you're still working behind the scenes, even when everything feels still. So I release the pressure to be perfect. I release the need to pretend I have it all together. I release the lie that says I have to earn your help. I release the shame I've been carrying like a second skin, and I pick up grace. I pick up your voice over the noise. I pick up your truth when the lies try to take over. I pick up your peace, not because I feel strong, but because you are. What I have today may not be much, some weary prayers, some broken dreams, some half-hopeful faith, but I give it to you, and I trust that you can do more with my surrender than I ever could with control. So here I am, heart open, hands open, not asking for everything to be fixed, but asking for you to fill what's empty, to speak into the quiet, to move in the stillness, to carry what I can't, because you are good, and you are near. And even when I don't see it yet, I believe you are doing more than I know. Psalm 20 says, "May the Lord grant you the desires of your heart." That line might sound simple, almost poetic, but don't rush past it. Pause for a second and really ask yourself, what is your heart truly longing for today? Maybe it's something specific. Maybe it's a different medical report. Maybe it's for someone you love to come back into your life. Maybe it's a breakthrough in your finances, or a moment of clarity in the middle of so much confusion. Or maybe it's something harder to put into words. Maybe your heart just wants rest, peace, to not feel like you're in survival mode every single day. Maybe you're not even asking for something new, you're just asking to feel okay again. Whatever it is, the beauty of this verse isn't that it promises to hand us everything we want. It's that it reminds us we can bring our deepest desires to God because He sees beyond the surface. He knows what's beneath the want. He knows what your soul is really crying out for. He's not a genie who grants wishes. He's a Father who gives good gifts, gifts wrapped in wisdom, in timing, and in love that protects even when we don't understand it. Sometimes God doesn't give us what we asked for because He sees what we can't. Because He's not interested in temporary relief when He knows our hearts need long-term healing. He answers not just according to our desires, but according to His perfect will. And that's not a restriction, that's a comfort. Because how many times have we begged for something we later realized we didn't need? How many times have we looked back and seen how God's no was actually His way of saving us? That's the kind of God you're praying to today. A God who's not stingy with blessing. A God who isn't distant from your ache. A God who is deeply invested in your joy. Not just the kind that fades after a moment, but the kind that rebuilds your soul from the inside out. He knows what your heart was made for, and He knows how to lead you there, even when it feels like you're going the long way around. So when Psalm 20 says, "May the Lord grant you the desires of your heart," it's not a shallow wish, it's a prayer for alignment. That your heart and God's heart would move in the same direction. That what you long for would begin to look more and more like what He's already wanting to give you. And maybe, right now, what He wants to give you isn't the thing itself, but the peace to wait, or the grace to trust, or the strength to let go. Because even unfulfilled desires, when surrendered, become sacred ground where God meets us. So whatever your heart is whispering today, even if no one else knows, He does. And He's not ignoring it. He holds every longing, every tear, every hope you barely dare to say out loud, and He answers in ways that heal more than you ever thought possible. Lord, more than anything today, I'm asking You to change me. Not just my situation, not just the things around me. I need You to do something in me, deeply, quietly, truly. Because if I'm honest, my first instinct is to complain, to question why things are so hard, why doors seem shut, why some prayers still sit unanswered. But I don't want to keep living that way, stuck in frustration, measuring Your love by how easy or hard life feels. I want to learn how to trust before I understand, to believe before I see, to breathe deeply even when nothing changes on the outside. I need You to rewire the way I respond to pain. Too often I treat it like an enemy, something to push away, something to escape. But what if it's actually a doorway? A place where You meet me in a way comfort never could. God, change how I see brokenness. Change how I carry disappointment. Let my wounds stop being walls that keep me shut down, and let them become windows, places where Your light pours through. Places that remind me I'm not hopeless, I'm still healing, that even when I feel shattered, I am being reshaped by grace. Teach me to wait with peace, not with gritted teeth or forced positivity, but with real surrender. Teach me to live in the in-between, where promises haven't yet come to pass, but hope is still alive. I don't want a surface-level faith. I want a heart that's grounded, a heart that doesn't panic every time the winds shift or the road turns unexpectedly. I want You to make me steady, not because I've mastered life, but because I've learned to rest in You through it all. I know this kind of transformation doesn't come overnight. It's not a switch that gets flipped. It's a slow, sacred process. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the refining fire if it means I'll reflect more of You. I'm here for the pruning if it means my life will bear fruit that lasts. So do what You need to do in me, God. I don't just want temporary peace, I want real change. I don't just want a better day, I want a new heart. One that beats in rhythm with Yours, one that forgives more quickly, speaks more gently, waits more patiently, and believes more fully. Let my life be proof that You can rebuild what's been torn down, that You can soften what's grown hard, that You can breathe new life into dry bones. Shape me into someone who loves more deeply, even after being hurt. Someone who gives freely even after being emptied. Someone who hopes wildly even after seasons of silence. This is my prayer today, not for the world around me to change first, but for me to be transformed from the inside out, by Your love, by Your truth, by Your hands that never stop working in the hidden places of my soul. Today I choose to speak faith, not because I feel brave or strong, but because I know the one who holds me is. There's power in what we declare when we're standing in the middle of the unknown, not because our words are magic, but because our God is faithful. So today I speak this truth over my life. God will help me. I may not know how, I may not know when, but I believe He's already moving, already working, already making a way. I'm not alone in this battle. It might feel like I am. I might be surrounded by silence or going through something that no one else can see, but I'm not fighting by myself. Heaven is with me. The presence of the Lord goes before me, stands beside me and covers me from behind. My help comes from above, not from my own strength, not from the opinions of people, not even from what I can figure out on my own. That comes from the one who made the heavens and the earth, the one who doesn't grow tired or change his mind, the one who sees farther than I can and loves deeper than I know. I may face challenges today, real ones. There might be conversations I'm dreading, decisions I'm unsure about. There might be pain I can't explain or fears that creep back in, but even then, I have a place to run. I have a shelter. I have a name I can call on that brings peace to chaos and light to dark corners. The name of the Lord is my refuge. That's not just a verse I memorized, it's a truth I've lived. In my lowest moments when no one else understood, He was there. In the nights I cried alone, He listened. In the moments I didn't even have the words to pray, He carried me anyway. And because of that, I don't have to be afraid of what this day brings. I might not be ready for everything, but I'm not facing it alone. God goes with me, and that's enough. I believe He's not done with my story. I believe the silence doesn't mean He's absent. I believe that even if things don't look different yet, something is shifting in the unseen. So I will keep walking. Even if it's slow, even if it's shaky, I'll keep trusting, because I know who walks with me. And I know He's never lost a battle, not once. Today is not just another day. It's another chance to live anchored in faith, not ruled by fear. To speak life into places that feel dry. To remember who I am, not because of what I've done, but because of who He is. I am not forgotten, I am not abandoned, I am held. And that is enough, that is everything. Lord, thank You for this morning. Thank You for showing up right on time, for speaking to the places in us we don't always know how to name, for being the peace when our minds are racing, the calm when our hearts feel like they're breaking. Thank You for this word, so simple, but so deep. It didn't fix everything, but it reminded us that we're not alone in anything, that You are still near, still listening, still carrying us when we're too tired to keep walking. God, I give You this day, every hour of it, every conversation, every decision, every moment I'll face. I give You my house, my job, my thoughts, my body. Take all of it. Be in all of it. Guide me in the things I understand and in the things I don't. Cover my family, cover my emotions. Guard me from anything that tries to steal my peace. And when fear shows up, because it always does, remind me that You are still bigger, still stronger, still faithful. Give me wisdom today, not just to make the right choices, but to respond with grace, to hear Your voice over the noise, to pause when I want to rush, to love when I'd rather walk away. I ask for Your protection, not just around me, but within me. Protect my heart from bitterness. Protect my mind from lies. Protect my spirit from weariness that turns into despair. Lord, I don't need all the answers today, I just need You to walk with me, to hold me steady, to remind me again and again that even when I don't see it, Your invisible hands are still writing miracles. You are the God who sees what no one else sees. You're the one who shows up in silence, who moves in stillness, who whispers peace into panic. And that's why we trust You. Not because everything makes sense, but because You've never failed, not once. So I surrender this day to You. I trust that You will be in every detail, even the ones that feel too small or too hard. In the name of Jesus, amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He send help from His sanctuary today, not just in the things you see, but in the unseen spaces where your heart feels most fragile. And this morning, even if nothing around you has changed yet, may something inside you find rest in Him. May His peace be louder than your fear. May His presence feel more real than the pressure. Start your day with God. Let Him walk with you through every room, every task, every thought. He's not asking you to be strong. He's inviting you to lean on Him. And if this prayer has reached something deep in you, Let it echo throughout your day. Let it remind you you are held, you are heard, and you are not forgotten. We'll meet here again tomorrow if God wills. But until then, carry this truth with you. He goes before you, walks beside you, and will never let you go. Have a peaceful day. One step at a time with Him, that's more than enough. More than